3 rounds of discussion with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first from a Zoom call in Columbia, South Carolina, Matthew, aka the Unbreakable Spirit. And his opponent from a Zoom call in Atlanta, Georgia, Daniel, aka the Executioner. Take it away, Matthew.
Thank you, Jesse, for that wonderful introduction. Hello, everyone. This is episode number 98 of At Odds with the Unbreakable Spirit.
I'm the Executioner, Daniel Travavos.
Yeah, let's hop into the topic. Y'all already know who I am.
Yes. Topic number 1.
The potential effects that TKO Group, TKO Group Holdings will have on World Wrestling Entertainment after their merger with Ultimate Fighting Championship.
Number 2.
Can Gunther ever be dethroned?
And number 3.
And our thoughts on Becky Lynch becoming Grand Slam Bex. Let's hop into topic 1.
Take it away, Matthew.
So, we've talked about how UFC and WWE were going to merge in the past, I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
And that was more in effect to like the video games. This is just in general. The merger has finally happened. TKO Group Holdings is available on the New York Stock Exchange. How is this going to affect WWE?
Well, in my personal opinion, and I have heard a lot of things, I've heard that this isn't really going to affect WWE a whole lot. But how I would like this to affect WWE is for them to go a lot more, not keep the same old product, but maybe go a lot more edgy. Realistic and edgy.
Yeah, one way it has affected WWE is Vince has a lot less power now.
Yeah, apparently, according to my research, Endeavor has more power than Vince.
Yeah, it's like a 51 to 49 or something.
Yeah. Now, well, I mean, don't get me wrong. I saw that the title they made for the New York Stock Exchange, and that shit looked dope as fuck.
I'm surprised it's not on Community Creations yet, to be honest, because I would download that shit and have a ladder match between Triple H and Vince for the title.
All right, but what is your thoughts on this whole TKO?
I wonder if we're gonna have like a lot more crossovers, if you will.
I mean, you got the timer going, right?
Yes, I have it going.
Okay, just making sure. But I think that if we do, then I don't see like a whole lot of appearances, but I could see like if like someone's wrapping up their career in UFC, that they would go and transfer over if they wanted to WWE.
Yeah, and I told you this yesterday. Cameron Grimes has expressed interest in having a UFC fight.
I mean, that's just my opinion, just weird.
Yeah. He'd go straight to the moon, and by that I mean unconscious.
Yeah. Like whether whether or not like if Shayna Baszler wanted to just, disappear for a few months, go over there, whoop some ass, come back. But I mean, like, hey, this is just my take. The only way, I mean, because look, what WWE honestly needs is a lot more edgy in their product because it's getting kind of, some things are getting just kind of boring.
Yeah. And that's nothing new for WWE if we're being 100% honest.
Yeah, but what's your take?
Like, I do agree that like some more realism might be nice, but the thing is, we're gonna have to wait till SmackDown tomorrow to see if anything like that happens.
Very true.
Because SmackDown effectively, technically, will be the first main roster post McMahon era show.
Which is insane to think about that Vince McMahon has had control over WWE for over 50 years.
Yeah,
That's just
and before Vincent K was in control, Vincent J founded the company.
Yeah.
So it's literally been in the McMahon family since the first day.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't say it's been in the McMahon family. I would say Vince sort of bought the company from his father.
Wouldn't that be keeping it in the family?
Yes, it would, but it wouldn't really be like, it wasn't handed down to him though.
My point still stands.
But anyway, my thoughts on this is, well, I will admit, there are some things that I would like to see. I really don't. I'm not really. I don't really see a whole lot. I don't expect a whole lot of changes from either company. I just think they're just gonna be, from what I've heard.
Yeah,
Just
because it was a merger, but they're also going to be their own separate entities.
which is weird.
I think an easier way of explaining it is TKO is an endeavor under a different name.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, because my take on that is like, look, and I get you want to be under a different name, but it's just like, and I get, have two separate things, but it's like, you're owning two things that are completely different. One thing where, you're in charge of a lot of scripts. The other thing is just, you're just in charge of fights.
Yeah, we're gonna probably return to this after TKO's been a thing for a little bit to like see if anything has drastically changed.
We'll be back with
But
topic
we'll be
2.
back with topic 2.
Hello, everybody. We are back with topic number 2. Can honestly anybody dethrone Gunther at this point?
In case people don't watch WWE on a
Or have been
weekly
living
basis,
underneath a rock?
or I've been living under a rock for over 64 weeks now, Gunther has
Shattered.
broken the Honky Tonk Man's 64-week title reign record.
Shattered, I would more have said.
Whatever.
Yeah,
And now that begs the question,
can anybody
who can dethrone him?
I mean, like, dude, think about all the former world champions that this man has beaten in one reign. Sheamus?
Yep.
McIntyre?
Yep.
Sheamus, McIntyre, Mysterio.
Yep.
Anybody else I'm missing?
Has he fought Edge?
No.
Then Edge's chest is safe.
Yeah. Okay, but like, and then this is just to me the crazy thing is that throughout Gunther's entire Intercontinental Championship reign, I don't think there's been a single bad match in his reign.
Yeah, like I know Sheamus is all about banger after banger, but like Gunther is a banger match machine.
But okay, Matthew, think about this. Think about the two. Think about you got there's short WWE career. Think about the two things he's done. Think about this. He's had the longest reigning NXT UK Championship reign ever, and now the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion ever. In
Yeah.
one. That's just in one. That's in one career.
Yeah, and like he says the ring is sacred and he means it.
Yeah, because I mean, keep in mind, this year, at the beginning of this year, Gunther started off the Royal Rumble and nearly won the damn thing.
I'm glad you brought that up because he broke Rey Mysterio's record
This
for
is
the
just year.
Rumble.
This is just like I know like possible LA Knight is possibly the favorite to win the Rumble, but
And
honest,
WWE has to say the winner, but they're not saying the name yet for good reason.
yeah, but honestly, if you wanted to do like to go back to when Hulk Hogan fought the Ultimate Warrior for title over title, I would do that if you really want to make Gunther an unstoppable Intercontinental Champion. Have him win the Rumble and have do Gunther versus Rollins title for title.
And have Gunther be world champion and intercontinental champion?
Yes.
Oh my god. Like, literally, I know we're supposed to say, can Gunther be dethroned?
But honestly, I don't know.
We have no idea. Like,
Because
Chad Gable is looking like he's getting another shot, maybe. And, like, don't get me wrong, Chad is a great performer. But, like, at some point, you have to realize the ring you enter of is on a different level.
I mean, it's like Roman Reigns. It's like Roman Reigns is at the point where it's just like, bro, I'm just fucking untouchable.
Yeah, and like if you were Gunther, you'd probably want to be dethroned eventually so you can go after other opportunities. And if I were Gunther, I'd be keeping an eye on Senor Money in the Bank.
Yeah, cause and this is just a thing. But this needs to be talked about real quick. But think about this. When Gunther was in WWE, when he first got there, he was big and he was, like bigger in weight. But then when he got the name Gunther, he lost like what, 80 pounds or some shit?
I have no idea, but he looked very different when he first started.
Yeah, and then I mean, hell, think about the two matches he had. Like, okay, to get on topic real quick, they're like, to me, well, I would like to see Chad Gable be the one to, or Sheamus to be the one. Well, I'd like to see Chad Gable be the one. Honestly, for me, there's only two people I would like to see dethrone Gunther. Only two.
Okay.
Which I think would be an amazing triple threat. Dragunov or Sheamus?
I mean, Sheamus is on a different brand, so he wouldn't really have an opportunity.
Who cares about the fucking brand split anymore?
Yeah, I think the best way to sum up if Gunther can be dethroned is then now forever champion.
What do you mean?
I don't think he can be dethroned. I think he'd have to get injured to forfeit the title. We'll be back with the final topic. And we are back with the third and final topic. Becky Lynch has become
Unexpectedly,
a Grand Slam champion. It's
I
all
will-
thanks to Tiffany Stratton challenging her to a match.
nope, other way
Or-
around.
Whatever. Becky
It was-
challenging Tiffany, and the title was on the line.
And I will admit, I was not like you talk about a big random moment on TV.
Yeah, we talked about this a few weeks ago.
Yeah, you talked about big random moments that happened on television. This is a woman that has never won the NXT Women's Championship. Never.
And now she has won the Women's Championship, the Raw Women's Championship, the SmackDown Women's Championship, and the Women's Tag.
Yep.
And for the record, the reason we're calling her Grand Slam Bags, and you're like, oh, but she hasn't won the Undisputed Women's or the Women's World, so she's not Grand Slam. She won the Raw and SmackDown Championships when they were relevant.
Yeah. But my question to you is this. Is there anybody in WWE's NXT Women's Division that would benefit from dethroning Becky Lynch?
Currently, I think maybe NXT's resident mean girl, Cora Jade.
Yeah.
Like, she's won the NXT Women's Tag and then immediately threw it in the trash.
Yeah, that's true. Because, in my opinion, whatever Becky Lynch's role in it, because obviously it will bring eyes to a new product of WWE, which is the logical thing. But
Yeah.
it's just, if you're going to have someone dethrone Becky, I think that whoever dethrones her, you need to make said person into a star.
Yeah, because, like, Becky is. Honestly, this might be a hot take, but I don't care. I think Becky is the biggest star in the women's division.
I would say WWE. I would say honestly, WWE has in their current women's division has 4: Rhea, maybe Asuka, Becky, and Charlotte.
Yeah, but when it comes to, like, Becky was I feel like Becky was one of the first of the 4 horsewomen to break out, sort of, when you think about it. When she became the man, she took off like a rocket.
Okay, fair enough. But anyway, to get my thoughts.
Get back on topic.
Yes. My thoughts on Becky Lynch becoming a Grand Slam champion in the WWE is I'm glad that that WWE gave her the title that she never won. My only thing that I didn't like about it is why the fuck you have to do it on a random episode on NXT?
Yeah, that's fair. Like, you give Dom the premium live event treatment, but not one of the biggest female stars in your entire company.
I mean, Dominic did win his first singles title on a random ass episode of NXT.
It was? I thought it was a premium live event.
Nope, it was on a random ass episode of NXT.
Okay, see, that's another thing we should have mentioned on that episode. Because he's definitely held the title for more than 2 weeks.
Yeah. My honest take on Becky Lynch becoming is, don't get me wrong, I'm glad that she has another title to add to her collection of championships. But it's just, however long you give Becky this championship for, don't just have it be just be as a transfer champion. The only thing I want out of this personally as a fan is I want Becky to at least have a good reign with the title, not just being a transfer champion.
Yeah, for sure.
You got any thoughts you want to add? Floor's yours.
Like, I can't think of anything. I got nothing. We have like 30 seconds left. The
All right.
point is, Becky is now. I feel like Becky's done all
Nearly
but 2 things in WWE:
Number one.
Queen of the Ring, or Queen's Crown, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, that.
And number 2 is Miss Money in the Banks.
Huh, nice. I mean, because, and this is just a thing, but it's just like, and I want to get this out of my thing. The Miss, winning the Queen of the Ring is cool, but if you're going to have the whole Queen of the Ring thing, at least get the winner get something out of it.
That's a good point. The timer's gone off. We are out of time. Thank you for listening to this episode.
Yeah.
We'll see you next week with episode 99.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
roll that outro. Thank you for listening to At Odds, hosted by the Unbreakable Spirit
and the Executioner,
edited by the Unbreakable Spirit. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at MTS_life_0126.
You can follow me on Instagram at DanTravis21, and you can also follow me on the Twitter at DanTheExecutioner21.
And you can follow the podcast at Odds Podcast. We'll be back next week with more debates and discussion. But until then, the Executioner and the Unbreakable Spirit will still be at odds.
Thank you, losers.